Good afternoon. We are going to begin with our citizens' comment. If Jerry Van Gass will come to the podium, that'll be great. Thank you.
Hi, Jerry Van Gass, 4610 East Via Estrella. Thank you, Councilwoman. I know we've got an agenda item coming up on parking meters. I'd just like to preface that 60 years ago, right up, not in this council building, but we had a councilman that was sitting up here by the name of Barry Goldwater. 50 years ago, after he'd lost his presidential bid, he was out of a job, 1965. He took it upon himself to spearhead gathering a coalition of citizens, young and old, to raise money and purchase Camelback Mountain because it was the icon resource of the valley and one of the two in Arizona. Many of those original Camelback advocates are still around, along with their offspring and the hundreds of thousands of new residents. All of these people will oppose any introduction of parking meters at Echo Canyon and any of the other mountain preserve parks. These people have already paid for the mountains, and they refuse to be gouged by their very own representatives. These mountains are natural resources, not a commodity. Thank you.
Thank you. The next person to speak is Tim Kowski.
Hi, Tim Kowski, 1801 East Hatcher Road. Good afternoon. Thank you for your time. It would be nicer for more of the board members to be here. 2 is really not enough. I want to continue on with Jerry where he left off because I think it's important at this point to really clarify the position of people and parking meters in parks. First of all, the city charter discusses health of its people, health. So what you're really going to do is you're going to put parking meters in there and you're going to then exclude people who have no money to go to the park system, which is against your city charter. Can't do that. It's not really going to generate enough money to really matter, but we're being taxed on it twice. Twice already. How many times do you really want to gouge people for the parks? You really have no other access at the present time to take money from people. So you go to the parks department, you start raping and pillaging people. That's what you've been doing. You did it 4 years ago. You're continuing on with your course of action. We still have facilities at the parks that are shuttered at the present time. While everyone else in the surrounding areas have recovered, we're still in the dark ages. So I'm trying to figure out when you guys are going to really get on board and stop looking at raping and pillaging the park system and saying to yourself, enough is enough. How much money do you want these people to pay? Putting parking meters in a park, they're going to come up there, they're going to go hiking, and they're going to have to pay $4 or $5 an hour? Really? I mean, how much more money do you guys want from these people who go out hiking? Your duty is to protect the health of your people. Health of your people. If you guys don't know how to balance your budget, it's not our problem. You better get better accountants at this point because in the real world with corporate America, you'd be fired. $38 million deficit this year is a joke. How much more you're going to be out next year? You're once again doing something more. You're increasing it another 2%. Does that mean you're going to be $80 million in the hole? Then you're going to go after the people in the Parks Department again? Because I think the people, the true people who want to go out and they want to hike, they want to do things here. They don't want to have to continually pay for you guys and your heirs. And it's really coming to a point that we're going to start fighting back and saying enough is enough. No more spiking pensions, no more all this other crap that's going on. We want everyone to be on the same playing field. And if you can't be on the same playing field, we're going to make it even. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one is Luis Acosta.
Hi, my name is Luis Acosta. I'm sure most of you heard about the scandals at the VA, people getting bonuses. What was that all about? That was about hiding records in order so that management looks good. We heard about the scandal at Child Protective Services. What was that all about? People who were supposedly performing their jobs to make themselves look good. That is the kind of city that we run as well in our own city with our own managers. Incompetency is seen every single day. Most recently, while watching Channel 8, there was comments made during one of the programs that some of the most intelligent people in the world who run cities and governments are not in tune with the public. They're smart, but they're not in tune with what the public wants. They're just in tune for themselves. So they're making very poor decisions. One of the reasons I'm here today is for a big announcement. I will have a website starting July 10th approximately. It's going to be called phoenix.org. I am going to publish 16 years of records, maybe 10,000 documents and photos for the public to see how this place is so mismanaged. And now that I am retired is why I'm doing this, because it was politically dangerous to do so. If you check records in the courts in Luis Acosta versus City of Phoenix, you will see some of the things that went on and why I'm retired. I hope there's not some narcissist out there that because of this website that I start decides to put a bomb under my car to cover up for all these acts. Thank you.
Thank you. Dee Dee Barker?
Good afternoon, Council. I guess we have an acting mayor here. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, thank you, Councilwoman Thelda Williams, Councilwoman Laura Pastor, and Councilman Gates for being here for the public comment. We, the citizens that stand on top of the organization chart, and we're not connected yet physically on that chart, we would like to be part of this whole process, as we believed when we put you in office that you were to serve the people. I'd like to state that I was sorry that my bicycle front tire was stolen over at Transit last week. And they were very nice to me, the Transit security, but I'm suggesting that even in the heat, we need to have our security, our police officers and like that out looking around to see where things happen in the broad daylight. There wasn't anybody there. It took a little while for Transit to come out. And I said, boy, you know, for the first time, went over to have a building in the MAG building, actually, with Transit. I was only away for 20 minutes, and there was no way I could get home. Well, I had parked one time, and I thought I'd park in shade. And then when I saw this happen to me, in shade, I said, I'm going to park in the sunshine. And then the security and I looked over, and there was another bicycle that had its tire. Okay, we want people to come downtown. We want people to use their bicycle, and so we need to enforce and look and see and get out of our offices. Somebody said, well, look, if they're only making a certain amount of money. I says, no. I've had all sorts of jobs in the Valley, and I can say this, is that I read the description, and I would accept the money and the labor per the contract, and it didn't matter if I was put out with something I didn't like, I did it because that was the right thing and it's best practices. I want the city to move on best practices, and the Downtown Phoenix Partnership did take me home from this, so there's a nice thing that happens. There are good people down here. Last night there was a positive that our city manager, Ed Zerker, and the mayor were at a meeting for the various heads of the neighborhoods, and a lot of information came out, and we got to speak, and I think that the city management took it to heart that we need to make the area feel like for women that you can come from your business to your car and you're not going to be dinged for anything, that you can freely walk around here, you're not going to be panhandled, and this is the place to come downtown. I love downtown. I'm working for it to be better. Let's get some misters. It was freezing cold, you know, with misters at midnight on Saturday night. We need to cool it down, and the law school is now being built, and they're taking those trees, the beautiful trees, and they're going to shade areas downtown, so we have that. Finally, people that know me that I've done a cartwheel and split. Never ever I had liability on the city. There's never been an accident from any gymnastics here at the city, nor at Maricopa Association of Government, of which MAG, being its large population, the city of Phoenix is half of the vote at MAG. Just in conclusion, I have a letter from MAG that has banned me, and I can let you know that I have not violated any of that. If anybody ever wants me to do a performance for my sheer conviction to multimodal transportation,
Thank
I'll
you,
sign a
Diane.
waiver, and you can pay me. Thank you.
Next is Leonard Clark.
Can we see a cartwheel?
Thank you, Mayor and council members. My name is Leonard Clark. I just also want to back up what Ms. Barker has stated. I just want to thank you for not being like Maricopa County Association of Governments, where they're politically elected, the officials from the different cities have banned Ms. Barker from doing cartwheels. God forbid that a citizen who doesn't bring dark money to contribute to their campaign funds at MAG should have this evildoer Phoenician Diane Barker from doing cartwheels. But that being said, the main reason I'm here right now, and again, thank you, I live here in Phoenix, born right down the street, Good Samaritan Hospital, is I'm just concerned, I'm not sure today, because I don't do this full-time like you do, but it's no excuse, I'll research more. I don't know if you're going to have anything in the agenda today yet pertaining to raising the parking fees of the city of Phoenix, but I would add that, you know, citizens who do come to the City of Phoenix council meeting, it's hard enough that the meetings are at 3, and I'm sure you have very good reasons of why you have it, even though most residents in Phoenix, in my experience, City of Glendale, even all the people say a lot of bad things about Glendale, it's a beautiful city. Last time I was there, they have their meetings at 7 so citizens can come. So now when we come down here to downtown, we have to worry about parking fees. People already have a lot of hassles with their family, so I'm making a suggestion that if you do increase the parking fees, that citizens who come to sit here and be a part of the civic process to talk to somebody, the clerk or somebody who would validate a parking pass. If Ms. Barker or one of the conservatives, liberals, whatever, you're out there, if you want to start a petition, you can do that according to the city charter, present it to the city council, and then they can consider it. I believe, based upon the charter, they're supposed to consider it, that citizens who attend these meetings should not be charged to come here to do their civic duty. It's akin to, in a way, being charged to vote. It's kind of like a poll tax in a way. I mean, you're going to charge us to come here to park, and people are already nervous about it. And then finally, I want to end with this. I just want to give my heartfelt condolences from my family to the congregation of the Church of the dear priest who lost his life, and the other priest who is recovering. You know, a lot of people will say, wow, what's happening in the city of Phoenix? Well, what I saw after that was a city coming together. I saw people embracing, helping each other. We're trying to find out how to stop this from happening again. So I'm proud to live in the city of Phoenix. No city is perfect, just like in life. None of us are perfect unless we're 6 feet under. So yeah, I have my disagreements with you. You have your disagreements with me. But I think we're all pretty conscientious here, and I think we are coming together as a city. So I'm just going to go ahead against the naysayers and say I'm proud to be a city of Phoenix resident. And again, condolences to that poor priest. And let's hope nothing like that happens again. Thank you.
That's all the cards we have. We'll start in a couple minutes. Thank you.